Australian students will face higher university fees as part of the Turnbull government's university budget overhaul announced in May. However, it's the permanent resident students who will face the worst of these changes. Under the proposed changes, students on permanent resident visas will no longer be eligible for subsidised tuition fees under the Commonwealth Grant Scheme. Instead, they will have to pay full international student prices for Australian degrees, multiplying the cost of their fees by approximately 3 to 4 times. To compensate, permanent resident students will now be eligible to access government student loans, allowing them to defer their fees until they start earning a regular income. Accredited immigration specialist David Gu says these changes will have a twofold effect on permanent resident students.
Permanent resident students who have not the financial capacity to pay the subsidized fees are now able to access universities because they now have the ability to defer payment. On the other spectrum, a student will have to be confronted with a huge debt by the end of the degrees, which is subject to indexation through the CPIs per year.
Education Minister Simon Birmingham argues the proposed changes will encourage about 60,000 new students to study in Australia as they will no longer have to pay fees up front. However, Mr. Goose says that money is not a major issue for permanent resident students.
If money was a factor in the first place, there wouldn't be going overseas to study a course paying an international student rate in a foreign country where there's no subsidies anyway. So I just can't see how that's using that analogy that will support what the government's claiming.
Luann Whitworth for Dark Matters.